Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. Great article here from Light Reading. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys could check it out. So T-Mobile is making moves, and these moves are subtle. They're small, but they still help T-Mobile in a big way, and it's a very cost efficient move, right? So T-Mobile is leasing back this low band spectrum on this map that you see here, and the reason it's cost efficient is because yes, they're leasing it back from the company, but the assets already deployed. The radios are deployed, the panels are deployed. So it's just a software, right? It's just a flip of a switch, so to speak, and then you have more bandwidth on air. Now, performance and data usage is important, right? Data usage is increasing, so you have to have performance to match. So this is easier to just add 5 more megahertz to the bandwidth than having to maybe deploy an entire site, right? So now you have more speeds further away from the site. And the way that it usually goes as well, right? T-Mobile claims they have the density, right? They have a dense network that they had to build on mid-band from the beginning because they had no low band. But the more bandwidth that you add, right, it usually causes for you to have to reduce your power, and then they generally down tilt is what they call it. They down tilt the sites, so it doesn't have the same amount of reachability as previously, but it's not that big of a difference, right? So T-Mobile is really looking at the most cost efficient and effective way to improve the network across the board, right? So the rule spend, they're trying to strike a balance. It's all dependent on the share, how quickly they're growing, the port-ins. All of that is factored in when they make decisions to deploy and extend the network. And they can do it now at 600. They can beam 600 quite far, right? So you have more reachability from a single tower that you're building. And this should set the stage for the future for T-Mobile. This should let you guys know, the consumer, hey, T-Mobile is able to make these types of deals, right? Like getting more 600, getting more 2.5, building the C-band at some point whenever they decide to deploy that as congestion protection, as they called it. So when we have future auctions, right, T-Mobile will be opportunistic, as they say, and very disciplined, as they say, in those auctions, and they will spend sufficiently enough to get what they need, and then they move there. Then after that, it's business as usual, BAU. So T-Mobile is in a very good spot right now, right? And it's an opportunity that they, I think, need to take advantage of, right? From a reliability perspective, building out the coverage where necessary, and then also making sure that there is redundancy, like, back to the basics, putting a backup generator at the cell site. I think that right there is just taking it back to the basics, right? Basics 101. And then you can build off of that. They're doing that already, right? But when you add more 600, right, T-Mobile could have done this deal for a strategic purpose. They know, hey, we're going to get these deals. They're working on enterprise deals behind the scenes with CIOs. And in these areas, they could be getting bigger deals, and they know they need a little bit more capacity, more coverage in these areas, right? It's all a possibility. But I got to say, from a low band perspective, right, looking at the contiguous nature of 600, I think T-Mobile has the best low band holdings in the industry. Not the most. Listen, not the most. That still goes to AT&T. But I think from a contiguous perspective, I think T-Mobile has the best low band portfolio in the industry, right? In most markets, they can do 15 by 15. In some now, 20 by 20. In some, they can even do 30 by 30. So I think that's a very good position for T-Mobile to be in, especially since they can dedicate that to a 5G NR layer, and that helps the SA, flourish and cover even more of a wider area than if it was just a mid-band. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit in this video, right? It's good to see that where T-Mobile came from and where they are today, they're still making these smart moves, and they can make more of these, right? There are more deals out there that they can make. I do think they should purchase this, right, instead of leasing. I think it was leased at like 672 million. So they should purchase this in the future. But for now, right, you do the leasing, it's quick, and you're immediately able to put it to use while perhaps you work on the purchase contract for next year. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.